Best red color combos. Red aesthetic outfits for elegant women. So many women shy away from red, thinking it's too loud, too bold, or reserved only for special nights. But here's the truth. Avoiding red often means silencing one of the most powerful colors you could wear. Red doesn't have to overwhelm you. It can elevate you. Today, you'll discover timeless pairings that turn red into a language of grace, balance, and quiet confidence. And by the end, I'll share a subtle styling secret most women never even consider. Number 1. Soft neutrals that quiet red's intensity. Red has a voice of its own. It speaks with strength, warmth, and undeniable presence. But when paired with soft neutrals, something magical happens. Instead of shouting, red begins to breathe. Think of a deep crimson skirt with a beige knit sweater or a ruby blouse set against a cream blazer. Suddenly, the color feels approachable, elegant, and balanced. You already know how neutrals like ivory, sand, and taupe carry a natural calmness. They work almost like a soft filter, taking the edge off red's intensity without muting its beauty. This pairing allows red to shine, but in a way that feels grounded, like confidence that doesn't need to raise its voice. What's powerful about this combination is how it works in daily life. Imagine your red handbag against a camel trench coat on a crisp morning, or a pair of red pumps slipping out beneath gray trousers in the office. It's not dramatic. It's sophisticated. And fashion experts like those at Vogue note that neutrals remain the foundation of timeless style, which means your outfit won't just look good today, but years from now as well. So if red has ever felt too much for you, pairing it with soft neutrals is your entry point. It allows you to enjoy the strength of red while staying true to a look that feels calm, elegant, and fully you. Number 2, pairing red with textured earth tones. Red meets its most natural balance when it's surrounded by the colors of the earth. Shades like olive, terracotta, caramel, and even soft browns give red a grounded beauty. The reason is simple. Earth tones carry a quiet strength, and when you combine them with the richness of red, the result feels both refined and deeply connected to nature. Think about a brick red dress layered with a suede tan jacket or a scarlet blouse paired with olive trousers. The textures of leather, suede, or even knits add depth, softening red's brightness while making the outfit more tactile and inviting. According to the Pantone Color Institute, earthy palettes are consistently linked to stability and timeless appeal, which is why they complement red so seamlessly. In daily life, this pairing works beautifully across settings. A rust-toned scarf with a red coat during autumn feels warm and intentional, while red heels with a chocolate brown skirt give a professional outfit unexpected richness. It's not about being flashy. It's about creating harmony between boldness and groundedness. When you bring red and earth tones together, you're telling a story of balance, fire meeting soil, passion meeting steadiness. And if you've ever wanted to wear red without it feeling too polished or too delicate, this is the path that gives you both elegance and a sense of natural ease. Number 3, the harmony of red and muted blues. Red and muted blues create a dialogue that feels unexpectedly soothing. While red carries warmth and intensity, blue brings in calm and composure. Together, they strike a balance that feels confident yet approachable. Think of a soft navy blazer layered over a cherry red blouse, or a pair of faded blue jeans paired with a crimson knit. The contrast works because the cooler tones of blue temper the energy of red without dulling its vibrance. Psychologists often describe blue as a color of trust and serenity, while red is tied to energy and passion. When you wear them together, you merge two emotional languages, one that excites and one that reassures. That balance is why corporate stylists often recommend muted blues with red. It projects both authority and warmth, qualities that feel especially empowering in professional and social spaces. In everyday life, this harmony is easy to bring in. A scarlet scarf against a powder blue coat on a winter morning, or a wine red handbag against a slate blue dress for dinner, both are small touches that feel deliberate and chic. According to Harper's Bazaar, this pairing has been a runway favorite for decades, precisely because it feels timeless. If you've ever wanted red to feel less fiery and more graceful, muted blues are your quiet solution. They soften red's energy while amplifying its beauty, giving you a look that feels strong, elegant, and deeply balanced. Number 4, layering red with deep greens without holiday vibes. Red and green often bring one season to mind, but when styled with intention, this pairing goes far beyond holiday cliches. The key lies in choosing deep, refined shades of green, forest, emerald, or moss, rather than bright or saturated tones. When you combine these with a rich red, the effect feels luxurious, modern, and quietly bold. Think of a burgundy silk blouse against a deep forest green skirt, or a structured emerald blazer layered over a soft red dress. The richness of both colors creates depth, while the darker undertones remove any seasonal overtones. Fashion historians note that red and green were once symbols of power and prosperity in Renaissance Europe, which explains why the duo feels inherently regal when styled thoughtfully. In daily wear, this combination works beautifully in subtle details. A dark green leather handbag with a ruby dress, or red heels paired with tailored hunter green trousers, bring intrigue without excess. What matters is the balance, keeping one shade dominant and letting the other serve as an accent. This pairing is not about festivity, it's about depth and strength. Red carries energy, green carries renewal, and together they create a harmony that feels rooted and empowering. When worn with intention, the two colors highlight your presence in a way that is striking yet sophisticated, offering a look that feels timeless rather than seasonal. Number 5, red with warm metallics for subtle glow. Red already radiates confidence, but when you layer it with warm metallics like gold, bronze, or rose gold, it shifts into a softer kind of brilliance. The glow doesn't compete with red, it complements it, giving the color a luminous finish that feels elegant and refined rather than flashy. Think of it as adding candlelight to a room. It doesn't change the space, it just makes everything feel warmer. A scarlet dress with delicate gold jewelry, or a deep red blouse against a bronze belt immediately creates dimension. Even small touches, like a ruby handbag with rose gold hardware, can transform the look. According to the business of fashion, metallics are considered neutral enhancers, meaning they adapt easily across palettes, but when paired with red, they bring out richness and depth unlike any other accent. In daily life, this pairing feels both approachable and elevated. A red coat with gold-toned buttons on a crisp winter morning, or a pair of red heels with a subtle metallic shimmer at the edge, can carry you from day to night with ease. The beauty lies in the restraint. You don't need heavy sequins or full metallic fabrics to create impact. When you combine red with warm metallics, you're choosing glow over glare. It's about radiance that feels natural, a kind of understated glamour that highlights your presence without overwhelming it. This pairing reminds you that elegance often lives in the smallest details. Number 6, pairing red with ivory instead of white. White and red can sometimes feel sharp, almost too contrasting, like they're competing for attention. But when you switch to ivory, everything softens. Ivory carries warmth within it, a quiet creaminess that takes the edge off red and makes the pairing feel refined, feminine, and far more wearable in daily life. Picture a crimson skirt with an ivory silk blouse. The tones melt into each other instead of clashing. Or think of a red blazer over an ivory sheath dress for work. The combination feels strong, yet approachable. Fashion stylists often recommend ivory over pure white because it flatters more skin tones and avoids that stark, almost clinical look. According to Elle, softer whites like ivory add dimension to bold colors, making them easier to style across seasons. In everyday outfits, this can show up in small touches, an ivory scarf draped over a red sweater, or a pair of creamy boots grounding a ruby dress. It's an easy way to invite red into your wardrobe without it feeling too striking. What makes ivory so special is its quiet harmony. It gives red the space to shine, but with grace rather than force. When you wear red with ivory, the result is elegance that feels calm, timeless, and deeply intentional. Perfect for women who want their style to whisper strength instead of shouting it. Number 7, pairing red with matte fabrics for elegance. The fabric you choose can completely change how red is received. Glossy or shiny finishes often make red feel louder, sometimes too formal or too bold. But when you place red on matte fabrics, cotton, wool, linen, or even brushed silk, the color softens, becoming more approachable and sophisticated. Matte textures absorb light instead of reflecting it, which gives red a richness that feels grounded rather than showy. Think of a crimson wool coat on a chilly morning, or a deep red linen dress in summer. The matte finish makes the shade feel luxurious without effort. Even a simple red cotton blouse paired with tailored trousers can carry quiet power, far more than a glossy satin version of the same piece. According to textile researchers, matte fabrics are often linked to timelessness in fashion because they highlight form and color over flash. In everyday wear, this means you can introduce red in subtle, polished ways. A ruby-toned knit cardigan at work, or a burgundy matte leather bag with casual outfits. By keeping the finish understated, you allow red to communicate elegance without overwhelming your look. It's proof that sometimes the most graceful statement is the one made in softness. Number 8, the silent luxury of red and camel. Camel is one of those colors that whispers refinement. When paired with red, it creates a balance that feels understated yet deeply polished, what many call the essence of quiet luxury. The warmth of camel tones, whether in wool coats, leather handbags, or soft knits, takes red's boldness and grounds it with calm, earthy sophistication. Think of a bright red turtleneck under a camel trench coat or a burgundy skirt with a camel cashmere sweater. The pairing feels modern yet timeless, powerful yet relaxed. Fashion editors often note that camel belongs to the family of neutrals that never leave the runways, precisely because it communicates elegance without noise. When red joins the palette, the result feels both striking and effortless. In everyday life, you might bring this to life through a camel tote with red heels or a crimson scarf tucked into a camel coat. These small touches make your style feel intentional, not overdone. This combination works because it respects balance. Red provides energy, camel provides calm. Together, they form a duo that feels both approachable and luxurious, perfect for a woman who wants her presence to feel strong, yet quietly graceful. Number 9, using red with navy for authority and grace. Navy and red together create a pairing that feels powerful yet approachable. Navy carries authority. It's long been the color of uniforms, trusted in both professional and formal spaces. Red brings warmth and vitality. When combined, the two create a balance of structure and spirit, making you look composed while still approachable. Think of a navy blazer over a red blouse for the office, or a deep red dress with a navy belt for dinner. The pairing feels polished, but not stiff. According to Vogue Business, navy is considered one of the most versatile base colors in fashion because it projects stability without the severity of black. Adding red brings life to that stability, preventing the look from ever feeling flat. In daily wear, it could be as simple as navy denim with a cherry red sweater or a burgundy handbag paired with a navy coat. These combinations carry a subtle strength, calm on the outside but vibrant in detail. When you wear red with navy, you embody both poise and warmth. It's a palette that communicates confidence without arrogance, grace without fragility, perfect for moments when you want your style to feel quietly commanding. Bonus point, combining red with blush for feminine depth. Most women think of pairing red with strong contrasts, but combining it with blush creates something rare, layers of the same family, yet with different intensities. Blush softens red without diminishing it, adding depth and femininity that feels quietly elevated. Think of a crimson skirt with a blush silk blouse or a wine red handbag paired with blush heels. Fashion houses like Valentino often use this pairing to show how two shades of passion can coexist in harmony. It's unexpected, refined, and incredibly powerful in its subtlety. If you're still with me, type red elegance in the comments so I know you stayed until the very end. And while you're here, give this video a like, subscribe for more style wisdom, and share it with a friend who's ready to bring red into her wardrobe with confidence. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Your presence here means more than you know. Don't forget to check the next recommended video. I've lined it up to continue building your style journey, and I'll be right here tomorrow with something new, waiting to guide you toward even more timeless elegance.